What is going on? I haven't made a video in a while. Everybody keeps asking me how I design the stuff that I make. So I'm going to show you guys the program I use and how I do it start to finish. All you need to do this is a computer, something to write on, a pen, and a tape measure that I don't have because it's in the van. So let's go to the van real quick. It's knocked out. Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks since I worked in the van. It's been legit 3 weeks, I haven't done anything. Anyway, so once you get your stuff, I got my tape measure now. Go to whatever space you're working on. Step one to doing this, to making sure it's done right, is make sure that your space is full of garbage. Scrap wood, cushions you're gonna use on the couch, whatever you want to, you just fill this space up. Make sure it's not clean at all. Anyway, what we're really gonna do is I'm building a top cabinet right here. So as you can see, this is not like square. Nothing I can make is just like perfectly square because of the shape of the van. Like look at this ceiling, like it's kind of flat right here, kind of, and then it just dips down right here, so it's a completely different size. So what I'm gonna do is, first thing I'm gonna do is get the measurement for like the total width of the whole thing. It looks like it's going to be about 47 inches for me, and I'm going to start drawing it out on here, kind of. So this is going to be the width. It doesn't have to look good, and I'm going to write 47, and I go like this, and then you can kind of see that's going to be the bottom of this thing, or the width of the whole thing. Then the height is where it's going to be confusing, so I'm actually going to draw it because it's going to be a weird shape. It's going to be kind of like this. That's what the height of this is going to be. It's not just like an easy measurement. So what I'm going to go do is go down at each point, like maybe at the beginning of it, it's going to be 13 inches. So I'm going to write 13 right here. And then I'm going to do the middle and the end too. This one is also 13, so that it actually stays straight up until a certain point. And I'm gonna measure that point. So it's about from this line over to here. Stay straight for about 20 inches. This is the part where it gets real bad. So 13, like 12, 10 and a half. It's gonna end up being about 8.5 inches. So what you could do is just mark the end at 8.5, right? And then kind of draw at an angle what this line is going to be. And then I actually want this cabinet to come out about 10 inches, maybe. So I'm going to say the depth is 10 inches. Now that we did all that, I'm going to show you guys how to take this into a 3-dimensional actual drawing of the cabinet that we're going to put up here. Now that we got that stuff done, okay? We got the measurements. These are rough, okay? They're gonna get more exact when we get on this computer. So what you're gonna do is get a laptop, get a computer, get whatever, and you're gonna get on this website. I don't know if you heard of it, it's called google.com, right? And you're gonna type in Sketchup. Sketchup, one word. You see I already typed it in because this is the same thing I do every day. I actually have mine saved right here, but anyway, you're gonna type in Sketchup, right? And then you're gonna see this program come up. And this is a totally free program, and all you got to do is click on one of these links. I always do this one because it's not the ad. And then when you're in here, everybody always says that they can't find the free version of this, but this is totally free. All you got to do is go to this section right here where it says Try SketchUp. It's like all right on the home page. You hit it, and then it says I use SketchUp for. Just fill this in with some random. You don't even need to actually have any legitimate information here. It just asks you, I do architecture, I guess. Don't send me any news though. Once you're on this page right here, they have a bunch of different versions. You can also get to this page by clicking on the plans and pricing. But all you have to do the free version is straight up just click Start Modeling. And I'm not going to do it because I already logged into mine. I have it open in this new tab. But it's going to take you to this page right here. And this is your actual like design software. So once you're ready, you're all signed up for SketchUp. This is what it's going to look like once you get in there. It's going to start out with this woman right here, or it might be a guy for you, I don't know. But this is just a figure. It's here for reference, but I'm not going to use this right now. So what I'm going to do is click on her, and I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard. She's gone. So in order to make this picture that we drew earlier, what we're gonna need to do is basically draw this box on the screen and then extrude it to the depth that it's supposed to be. So the easiest way that I found to do that is to use the measuring tool, measure it all out, then use the pencil tool and then draw on top of the measurements. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Over here on the left hand side, this is all the tools in the system, and at the bottom you see this thing that looks like a tape measure, and that's because it is a tape measure. So we're going to click on this and make sure you're using this one at the top. These do some other things, I'll show you what that does later. I usually actually only use these two, but once you get the top, this I know this is confusing all of you probably, but this little, like these angled lines right here, this is really just giving you a point to start. It's called an origin point. It has like coordinates on it. You don't necessarily need that, but I just usually use that for my first starting line every time I do this, just so I know where to find it on the screen, you know? So what you're gonna do is come down to this corner and then click, and then that starts the measurement, right? So now you can go in any direction with this. So the overall width of this whole thing is 47 inches that I'm making. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along one of these lines that are already here, and I'm going to make it go 47 inches. So the way to do that is you go, like I'm going to make mine on this green line, and the way you do that is you go along that green line, but you don't click again, and you just start typing 47. Now if you notice in the bottom right corner of the screen, you're going to see this, it says 47, where like whatever I type here, it's going to come up, like, you know, whatever number I type here is going to come up, and that's the number of inches I'm putting in. So I'm typing in 47, so that number of inches is going to come, then I'm going to press enter. You see that I've made a point here, and then this is the second point that's over here. So what I'm going to do is draw this first line, then I'm going to come across 20 inches, then I'm going to draw this line and connect the dots. I'm going to come back to my origin point, I'm going to drag up, and I'm going to type in 13 because that's what this height is supposed to be. So now you notice my dot showed up down there. Then I'm going to grab that 13 point and I'm going to come, here's something about SketchUp. If I'm going along this green line that's here, when I am dragging my mouse, when the line turns from black to green, that means I'm parallel with this line, and that's what I want. I want to be parallel to this line right now. So once I'm parallel to that line, I'm going to type in, what is it, 20? Yeah, I'm going to type in 20. Boom. So now that's 20 inches, good. So now I'm going to come back to this point, and I'm going to come up 8.5 inches, because this was the weird shape. So now that I have that set up, what I'm going to do is grab my pencil tool and then draw all of that in. So I'm just going to go to my origin point, go to this point, this one, back down, and across. Now that we got this whole thing drawn out, what you're going to notice is that the center of this drawing just turned blue. And basically what that means is that it's like one group. You know, you completed the loop of the drawing, if that makes sense. So now what you're going to be able to do is come over here to the tools, and you're going to see this, what's called the push-pull tool, and that just looks like a box. It's this one right here. I don't know why I'm explaining it to you, because you're looking at it on the screen. But it's this top one right here. When you open it up, these three options come out. It's just this top one. I never use anything else. But what you do is when you click on that group of things that you just put together, that little blue part, what's going to happen is when you move your mouse, it shows that you can make this, you know, have depth. You can turn it into a three-dimensional picture. So what I'm going to do is the same thing as before. I didn't click again. I'm going to drag it out, and I'm going to make this the depth that it's supposed to be, which in our case, for this project, right now is 10 inches. So I'm going to type in 10. Boom. So there we go. And now we have a base shape that we are going to use to actually make the item that, you know, the actual piece of furniture that's going to go in that place. So now what I'm going to do is I need to move, you know, we're kind of far away right now, so I'm going to move closer so we can get a better look at this. So the way I'm going to do that is come down over here to this tool that looks like a circle thing. It says orbit. So I'm going to click on this, and they have a few different options here. You got zoom in, you got pan, and then you got orbit. So what I'm going to do is use the orbit just to show you when you click the screen and drag, you can just kind of move around your object. Hold shift, then it'll immediately go to that hand. That what that does is grabs it and moves the whole screen left and right. And then you can zoom in easily like by scrolling. These are the outer dimensions of what everything's going to be. So everything's going to be inside of this, if that makes any sense. And you'll see what I'm talking about right now. So this whole thing, each one of these surfaces is now a different element that we can manipulate, which is good. So what I'm going to do is grab my select tool and I'm going to click one time on this front face here, and what that just did is it selected that face for me. So what I'm going to do right now is press delete. Now that I press delete, I can actually see inside this box, and I'm going to delete the front side and the back side of this. So now you can see that now I just kind of have a shell. The wood that I'm using to build this piece of furniture with is going to be 1/2 inch plywood and 3/4 inch plywood. All of these pieces that we just drew are not really considered individual pieces. They're all considered like one big piece. So in order to make it individual so it won't mess you up later, is you're gonna click 3 times anywhere on the thing you just made. Click 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And now it just selected every surface, every line, every corner, everything. And we're gonna right click on that, and then you're gonna hit this little option right here that says make component. And then once you hit make component, you can give it a name. I'm just gonna call it shell, I guess. I usually don't call it anything, but for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna call it shell. And then once you have it named, hit OK. And basically what this is gonna do is now this is one element. So now when you draw other lines, you can draw stuff on top of this, you can draw stuff touching it, and it won't affect this thing, and this thing won't affect the next things that you start drawing on top of it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going point to point, I'm going to the back, going to the other back, and in the front. So now what I just did, the reason why I did that is because I just drew a new surface here. So I'm gonna go to that little push-pull tool. I'm gonna click on that new surface I just drew, and this is gonna be a 3/4 inch piece of plywood. So I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna type in 0.75, because that's 3/4 of an inch. Hit enter, and then that's actually an actual piece of wood. So now I don't want this to be affected by anything else, so I'm gonna triple click on this again, and I'm going to make this a component, and I can call this wood. Sure, we'll call it wood. And then I'll hit OK. And then that way when I draw on top of that, same thing, it's not going to affect anything. Even when you click on it, notice how when you click on it, all surfaces, all corners get selected as it was before I did that on the big thing. When I clicked on one side, it would only select that one side, but now when you click on this, it's a whole package deal now. I'm actually not going to have a top part on this. That's why I made this shell. It's really just to show me where the ceiling of the van is going to be, and then this is kind of like my limit to how far I can go with it. So I'm going to do the other sides now. Hit that extrude tool. Let me zoom out and let me show you guys something pretty cool. When you hit the extrude tool, let's say you don't even know how high this height is, because this is now a different height, because before we were doing the overall height, which we know for a fact is 13 inches. Let's say you just don't know what it's going to be, or you don't want to do the math to subtract that 3/4 of an inch that was made by this new piece of wood being on the bottom. All you got to do is do that extrude tool, come up, and just you see how on my mouse it just showed up as like a little square, a little purple square is popping up. That when you click, that just made it the right height. So now you didn't even need to know how high that was, and SketchUp really just did it for you. So now when I make that component, I can show you. So now after I make that a component, I can show you in the tool, in the remember the tape measure tool? When you come back to that, the second one, this is the only other piece that I use of this. This is called dimensions. So you click on the dimensions, and you go from line here to this line here, and you can see that this is 1 foot and 1/4 inches. Now remember, we made this entire height of this whole thing was 13 inches, 1 foot, 1 inch. So now you can kind of see why using SketchUp first before you go in to build it can be a lot easier, because I mean, some mistakes that I used to make before I started using programs like this was I would go in there, cut all my wood, think I was completely right, but I'm like, sometimes I'm using like the full height of the measurement, and I'm not using the full height of the measurement minus the actual pieces of wood that are making up the bottom of that, so then it makes the piece bigger or smaller than it's supposed to be. But with this, you go into it knowing exactly what to do. Okay, so this is another good example right here of how SketchUp is going to help me a lot later, is that you can kind of see how, you know, if you're bringing this piece of wood up right here, at a certain point, you know, the ceiling is crooked, you know, the ceiling is not straight. So since it's coming down at such an angle, that's actually cutting into the piece of wood that I'm trying to install here. So that's going to help me, and later while I'm looking at this picture, I'm going to know that I actually need to cut this. I cannot cut this piece of wood straight. I have to cut this piece of wood at an angle so that it can fit into this space. This right here might look extremely confusing, but believe me, it's not. This here is the actual shape of the van. I measured the back half of the van. It's not the entire depth of the inside of the van. This is about the back half of the van. And what I did was I measured the width all the way up. You see each one of these lines on the wall here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the actual, you know, 8 different points of the width of the van all the way up. The reason why I needed to do that was because a van is a vehicle and it does not shape perfectly square, you know? So I couldn't make a perfect square box and start building my stuff on the inside because the van itself is not perfectly square. And as you can see, the bed itself is not perfectly straight. Nothing in here is perfectly straight. So what I did was I just measured the widths of the van all the way up from the bottom to the top. Then once I did that, all I had to do was come into SketchUp and draw that shape. Go to that push-pull tool, and then I pushed it out to the depth that I wanted to work with. This is the empty shell of where the benches are now sitting. And this is the empty shell of where the bed is now there. So anyway, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching this video all the way to the end. I really appreciate that. You guys don't know how much that helps. If you learned something, hit that like button, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Don't worry, I got more content coming. See you later.